Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Wednesday, December 4th, and we just saw that the idolatry that Israel and Jerusalem and Judah are engaging in is about to turn back on them. That culture that they're engaging in is about to turn back on them and wage war and cut them down. And Ezekiel 24 starts off with the siege of Jerusalem. Now, in the Apologetic Study Bible, they had a note about this parable. This is another comparison to what's going to be happening. And it says, the parable of the boiling pot is a poetic story that expands on Ezekiel 11:3. In that passage and here, Jerusalem was the pot, the people were the meat, and Babylon was the fire. We want to keep that in mind as we read through this over these next few days. Jerusalem is the pot. Jerusalem is also another word for Judah. The people are the meat, and Babylon is the fire, okay? In the Cultural Study Bible, let's read verse 1 first. In verse 1, it says, in the 9th year, in the 10th month, on the 10th day of the month, the word of the Lord came to me. Right away, I'm wondering, what is that actual date? The Cultural Study Bible says that they're basing their dating on the ascension year of Zedekiah, which was 590 BC, and the date of the beginning of the siege of Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar's army, which was on January 5th of 587 BC. So they're assuming that this date is January 15th, 588 BC. Now we get to verse 2. Son of man, write down the name of this day, this very day. The king of Babylon has laid siege to Jerusalem this very day. In the Fire Study Bible, there was an interesting note. For write down on this very day. This day was January 15th, 588 BC. Ezekiel received his message on the same day that the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem began. The attack lasted nearly 2 years and totally destroyed Jerusalem by the time it was over. So it is completely wiped out. Well, then we have another note from the Fire Study Bible about this pot that we're going to be talking about for the next several verses, in verses 3 through 12. God gives Ezekiel a parable to tell his rebellious people. Jerusalem would be like a cooking pot and its inhabitants like pieces of meat and choice bones. The Babylonians would consume the meat and the bones. After the pot was emptied, it would be completely purified by the fire of judgment until its copper glowed and its impurities are burned away. Verse 3. And utter a parable to the rebellious house and say to them, thus says the Lord God, set on the pot, set it on, pour in water also. Okay, so this cooking pot, according to the Cultural Study Bible, this would have been a very wide-mouthed ceramic jar, though here it is made of copper. And we're going to see that in verse 11. We'll talk about copper when we get there. When manufactured for temple use, the vessel was usually made of silver and gold. Available in various sizes, they could be used over a fire if placed on a platform or tripod of stones, as in the narrative of 2 Kings 4:38. For the use of a cooking pot as part of a prophetic message, see Jeremiah's pot that is boiling in Jeremiah 1:13. So we've got this pot, and this pot is made of copper. Then he's told these next pieces. Put in the pieces of meat, remember that represents the people, and all the good thick pieces, the thigh and the shoulder, fill it with choice bones. So even the elite of their society are being put in this pot. Take the choicest one of the flock, pile the logs under it, boil it well, seethe, S-E-E-T-H-E, also its bones in it. All of it is being boiled in this pot. Why is it being boiled in this pot? Because the sin has brought the people away from the Lord, and the Lord is not willing to tolerate it. One of the things that we were talking about in the past days, especially on Monday and Tuesday, is pray that the Lord would convict you and point out to you the areas where you are pulling away from God and not as close to Him as you should be. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.